everyone, my name's Natalie and here is another come shop with us at Aldi. It's been a good while since we've been in there, and to be honest the main reason I was going in was for the strawberries. They didn't have any at Farm Foods and this is the second cheapest place to pick them up. I find Aldi to be really good value and they do have a lot of things cheaper, but I never seem to be able to do a full shop here. It was the same today. I don't know how well you can see here, but this went on through the whole store. There was a lot of empty shelves all the way through. They did have staff out filling them back up again, and it was super busy, so I think people were just buying it quicker than they could replace it. So we started off with the Super 6 as always, but the only thing that we could pick up was the baby potatoes and the red onions. Then we went on to the fruit and vegetables and I picked up some bananas. I was looking for the strawberries, so that's what I went to next, but I found that they didn't have a lot in stock. They did have some, but they had all burst, been opened, and that's another thing. All the way through there seemed to be open packets. So there was no grapes there, only the snack size, so I didn't pick up any grapes. And then moving on to the strawberries, a lot of the packets had burst. That's me trying to go down underneath onto the next tray to try and get some, but then they had all of the juice from the ones above there. So I ended up with one packet of those, and then I also picked up some of the wonky ones too. The only problem with those is they are a little bit small and I prefer to have the bigger ones, especially for the younger babies. Next, we picked up some easy peelers. These are Maeve's absolute favourites at the moment. She really enjoys them. And then we got some apples. So Neve prefers the green ones and then everybody else prefers the red ones. So we just got 2 packets and we don't tend to pick up a lot of fruit at once, because otherwise by the time that we get through it, it has gone bad and it's just easier for us to replace it when we go in and get milk and bread, as that all needs to be fresh anyway. Then we already have a lot of frozen veg, so I only ended up with the corn cobs as that's one of the children's favourite, and again with salad. There wasn't much to get, so we just picked up cucumbers and we will have to pick it up from Morrison's as we go there. Picked up some chicken for a tray bake. And then next up, like always, we got some mince, because quite a few of our meals are based on mince. I could have really got some more meat, but I was looking for beef. They didn't seem to have any beef. I wanted that to make a steak pie, and they didn't have any steaks at all. That whole fridge was just empty. So as always, we picked up some more spaghetti. We still have quite a bit, but it's just a good thing to have in for a nice and quick and easy meal. So I picked up some macaroni. We will have that as a meal one time this week with some garlic bread. We did actually end up picking up the tinned macaroni and the packet macaroni too, as that's just good for a quick snack, especially for the older ones. Sauces, I do prefer to make them where I can, but it's always really good to just have them nearby. So if I do need to use them and it's one of the nights where there's 100 activities going on, we can just use this instead. So we ended up with 2 of the lasagna sauces, then some lasagna sheets, which again we do have quite a few of, but they are just handy to have in. And then we did get some curry sauces. I should really make it myself, I know, but it's just really convenient to chuck a couple of jars in there on a busy night. So we've got 2 of the tikka masalas, and then we also got 2 of the kormas, as Neve only likes korma. By this point it was getting really busy and I was causing a bit of a queue with the trolley being there. So I moved on and we got pasta the other day from the co-op. Then we have some that we got at Morrison's. So we are quite well stocked up on pasta at the moment. Next up is sausages. We have quite a few of the Link sausages. We've got some that we got from the co-op, and then Mark managed to pick up some on the way home from work as well that were on offer. So I've frozen those, so they will be for the children that don't like chicken for the tray bake, but we only needed to get those ones. Salmon, it was half price, so I had to pick it up as we haven't had it for a little while. Then I just picked up some snacks for the children. It's the weekend, they won't last to the packed lunches most likely, but Caleb keeps asking for the Peperamas, so I picked up these ones instead. Cheese, we go through quite a lot of cheese, but we do still have some from both Farm Foods when we went to Farm Foods and also from Morrison's. So I just got one block of the cheese and one lot of the grated cheddar too. And then with the yogurts, I just sort of stuck to what we always get. This ended up being a theme all the way through, having to dig right to the bottom. I think that was the last pack of those split pots. Otherwise, I would have got 2 of them. And it was the same for the Chewbits. I couldn't get in there to get them right. They were all open, so I ended up having to go to the back to get those. Smoked sausage is just great for a quick pasta. And ham, again, we still have some from the co-op, but it's something that we go through so much of because it's just really easy to throw into a wrap or a sandwich. Milk is something that we have to pick up almost daily. So I just picked up 6 pints of the green milk and 4 pints of the blue milk, and we will top it up as we go and when we need it. But we still have 3 younger children that drink it. Then I use it for coffees too, and then some of the bigger children, they still drink milk as well. And milkshake, which is why I picked up 2 of these chocolate fudge milkshakes as well. These have, it used to be strawberry, but these are now their favourite ones. I also wanted to pick up some of the chocolate mousses, but again, that's me digging right underneath there. There was a packet right at the bottom, but I had to go through the boxes to find it. I've never seen Aldi like this. Usually they're really on top of it, but I think that it was just that busy that day that people were getting into it before we had a chance. Again with the biscuits, for treats I'm trying to keep it to biscuits, and there is of course some chocolates in there. We buy quite a lot of snacks, and it's something that always gets commented on about how much we buy for our children. But to be honest, they do so well with their food. They eat a lot of fruit, they eat their vegetables, they tend to have a meat of some sort and then either pasta or potatoes. And yeah, I don't mind them having treats. In fact, I make sure they have a pudding every single day, whether that be ice cream or a chocolate bar or a few biscuits. They always have a pudding of some sort, and they are allowed to snack through the day as well. They don't go over the top, and I'm quite happy with the amount that they have. So I thought I'd try these chocolate fingers with them. Not had them before, and they're not fussy when it comes to brands, to be honest. They're quite happy to have the off-brand ones, although Mark does like these tea cakes, and all of the children do as well. So I picked up 2 boxes of those. These Titans I couldn't find anywhere, so I ended up picking that packet up, and it took me ages to find the pile of them, but we did end up with 2. And then the middle aisle. They have so many good things at the moment. I have been shopping for Christmas, and I've got quite a lot of things from Argos, and I've also picked up some things from Amazon and from Home Bargains, which I know everyone's going to be like, no, not Christmas in August. But when you have so many children and you have so many people to buy for, it is just so much easier to get a head start on it. So these throws, I was really tempted to get them for the kids, but I had a couple of the kids with me. But they've got these Pokemon ones, there's Sonic ones there, and there's also Mario. So I know a few people who would absolutely love them. More treats, so we've got some of these bite-sized ones, and that's when I found the other Titans. And then I got pulled back into the middle aisle, and they have the matching bedding. So these are the single beddings. They're $9.99, and they are all the same themes as the Froze. Then these little bluey sets, again, they're $9.99, and they have so many different ones. I think I might go back and pick up a couple when I don't have the kids with me that can see them. Thought these little backpacks were really cute. They only had the Gabby's Dollhouse and also the Paddington, and those gaming bottles were only £3.29, I think. So I picked up some of the cheesy pasta, and again, it was a theme. I had to go right underneath to the box underneath and right to the back to find one that wasn't open, but we did it, we got them. Some tuna, and then I picked up some tins. So we have the sausages with the beans, or the beans with the sausages even. We haven't tried these ones from Aldi, and to be honest, we haven't tried quite a lot of the tinned items from here, so I thought, why not give them a go. We're trying to build a little store of things, and these are perfect for that. So I picked up the spaghetti, the sausages, and then I did get some macaroni too. Neva's been asking for the tinned macaroni as she's not keen on the packet one, and she doesn't like my homemade one, which is a bit cheeky. But so she wanted some of this tinned macaroni. Then we went on to get more snacks. That's the thing with Aldi. I feel like because it's such a good offer, I always end up with a lot more. So we've got the cheese bakes, the Monster Claws, and then we also picked up some of the teddy faces. All of the children like these, although all of the children don't like the Pom Bears. So I feel like that's a really good swap. Got sucked into the middle aisle again, as you do, and I thought these were really cute. So they've got a board where you basically plan what you want to achieve this year in school, and this one especially, even though our children have already gone back to school, I feel like it would be perfect for everyone in England, and I'm not sure about Wales when you guys go back, but it's just one of those little boards that says starting whatever year that you started, and then the teacher, what you want to be when you grow up. And obviously, as it's a whiteboard, you can clear it off again, do it again for next year, and it's just perfect for taking photos at the start of each year and keeping those memories. They had quite a lot of their summer items being reduced as well at the moment. So that game there, I think it was only £5. The little Spider-Man is a sling, and I think that was £7.99. And they also have their baby event as well. Those types of things are just starting to get marked down a little bit. And there's some more a little bit later in the video, like the garden things. And they have been marked down, all the garden furniture and pools and alike. They have been marked down quite a lot. We did pick up some of the card. It always comes in handy when you've got younger children. But here are some more toys. There is quite a few things that I want to pop back in and get. They've got these little sets, these colouring sets, which would be really nice. And we still have Sia's and Kiva's birthday coming up before Christmas too. So we also picked up some of the sticker books, as that's something that the younger children are really enjoying at the moment. And they have lots of educational books for anybody just about to start school or preschool. They are perfect, and of course also for home education. They also had these little teepees, so there was only one of the Paw Patrols that I could see, but they had quite a lot of the Gabby's Dollhouse ones. They were down to £9.99. Next up, we picked up some of the body wash for the children. I won't get the rest of the toiletries from here, as I tend to go to Home Bargains and buy them all at once, and all of the Christmas and Halloween stuff is in Home Bargains as well, just to distract me a little bit. But people often ask on the hauls where the toiletries are and things like that, and that's what happens. We just tend to get them all in one go, and I always find that it works out cheaper to get them from Home Bargains, although Aldi's is obviously quite cheap. It's just something we have been doing for a while now. Next, this is all of the summer stuff, which is reduced. So they have like these little water sets. There's lots of the pools, flip-flops, garden rugs, anything you can think of that has been in there for a little while for the summer is marked down, and it's marked down quite a lot too. By this point, the trolley was starting to get a little bit full, but I did come across those cookies, so I thought they would be quite good, and they have all of the different ones there. Then we got to the final aisle and it was absolutely chaos. There was people everywhere, the staff were stocking the shelves, there was trolleys of boxes right in the middle, so it was quite hard to get up and down and see what I needed. But I did manage to pick up some of the donuts, of course. It's something that always appears in our shopping hauls. I didn't need bread as I still had some from the co-op. I did pick up some eggs, although we have some at home. These should last into the start of next week because we do go through a lot of eggs. And the main reason that I came down here is we needed cereal. We only had 2 packets of Honey Loops left, and that's really, really unusual for us. Usually we have a big stock of different cereals. So we picked out a couple, and I still find that even with Morrison's own brand, Aldi do seem to be the cheapest, and there's no difference in them, of course, so the children all eat them all. It's been so long since we have bought branded, and the only time that we really buy branded cereal is if it's majorly discounted, which isn't very often, and sometimes we buy the Craves for Neve, but just now and then, as again, they're quite expensive. Next up is the frozen bits, but we only really picked up a couple of things as A, the trolley was super full, and B, the children were about to finish school. So I was just trying to finish up before we had to get back to them. So we picked up some of the ice creams. These are the ones that the children prefer, are the chocolate ones. So we got 2 packets of those. And then we also picked up some chicken goujons. I did think that I picked up 2 of the normal goujons, but I ended up with 1 normal one and 1 of the southern fried ones. This only came to £116, which I thought was quite good. I had thought that we'd spend quite a bit more. Hi everyone, so here is a haul from Aldi. I spent £116 in there, and we are going to have to pick up some more stuff, but as always, I never find I can do a full shop in there. When we went in, lots and lots of things were missing, and I think they were restocking it. There's quite a few staff out there restocking it, but I will show you what we got. So we've got some tuna and then some of the kids' body wash. We've not tried that before, but I thought we'd give it a go. I'm sure I got 4 lots of the spaghetti loops, but there's 3 there. 4 lots of the baked beans and sausages. 2 lots of the cheesy pasta, and then 2 packs of this cheesy pasta, as Neve's been asking for the one in the tin, and the others prefer this one. Some of the split pots and chew bits, 2 packs of those for the packed lunches. Some of the eggs, we already have a packet from Morrison's, so that should be okay for over the weekend. Spaghetti, we always top up on that. 2 lots of the smoked sausages to go on a pasta for lunch. Some of these meat stirs. Caleb keeps asking for the pepperonis, so I've just picked these up for him. Some choco rice. Sauce wise, again, we're just grabbing what we can. We do usually use tomatoes, but we have 2 bolognese sauces just in case. 2 kormas, 2 tikka masalas, and then 2 of the lasagna sauces. For cheese, we have a block of cheese, and then we have some grated cheese. We still have some red Leicester in the fridge. We also got some cherry tomatoes, some of these snack sausage rolls, easy peelers, apples, and then we've got 2 lots of strawberries. So we've got some of the wonky ones and then some of these ones. I prefer these ones as obviously they're bigger, but they had all of the ones on top had broken and they were squished, so all of the juices you can sort of see on here where it's splashed over it, but the other ones were quite a lot worse. So I ended up just getting some of these ones, the wonky ones, and some of these. freezer bags, 2 lots of the bananas, then some apples. I did mean to pick up 2 of the normal chicken goujons, but I've ended up with southern fried ones and then with normal ones as well. 2 lots of the macaroni and then 2 lots of the chocolate fudge milk. Next up we have some ham. I'm sure I got 2 packets of that. 2 packs of the corn cobs, some of the baby wipes, and then 2 lots of the cookies, 2 lots of the custard creams, 2 lots of the jam and creams hiding underneath there. Some of these Titan bars, which were half price, but they've still got a couple of days on them. Some donuts. We did have 2 packs of the tea cakes, but the children have already took those. Some of the Titan cookies too. Some of the chocolate breaks, and then 2 lots of the fingers. Salmon was half price, so I picked that up and I will put it in the freezer. Green milk and blue milk. Some of the wheat biscuits and 2 lots of the mints. Some of the sweet and salted popcorn. Some frosted flakes and some tomato sauce. Chicken drumsticks, that will be for a tray bake. Red onions, they had hardly any of the Super 6 in there. 2 lots of the sausage. 2 lots of the baby potatoes, they were in the Super 6. Some apples, 2 cucumbers, chocolate mousse. Some of these teddy bear faces, the children really like those. Some of the cheese bakes, the monster claws, and then some lasagna sheets too. We did also get 2 lots of ice cream, but I put those in the freezer as I didn't want them to melt.